Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back to day 90 of the hunt today. We are closing in on triple digits, baby. 10 days from now. Baba booey, oh oh, baba booey. I feel better today. I can talk. My throat's still a little scratchy, so you may hear my voice devolve in quality as the ramble goes on, but today we are going to be fighting a very, very cool monster. One that I have been excited to show off since I fought it for the first time in high rank, but was like, I need to fight this in G rank so I can see its like full moveset. And oh, I'm glad I did. Today we are fighting Harud Marugu, who is a monster that's hard to really describe. It is an elder dragon. It uses, I believe, like the Teostra as a base for its like just kind of like base skeleton and how it moves. But whereas Teostra controls like blast element, Haruto Marugu controls Mercury. They never like call it Mercury. I was again reading up on the wiki before I started recording, and they just call it a liquid metal that it controls and like makes in its body. But this thing is a Mercury machine. It will use liquid metal off of its body. You'll see it like solidify and create like armor for itself. It will shoot it out and like make spikes out of the ground. There will be a rain of like mercury spears. But the most batshit insane, cool, amazing move that this thing does, it will, at certain points in the fight, I don't know if it has to do with its HP or what, because it happened once kind of early on in the fight, and then once kind of right near the end, right before it died. It encased itself in a ball of mercury and rocketed itself around the arena like a not a ping pong, like a pinball. And I wish that I was recording audio while I was hunting this thing, because I just like started laughing. You'll see me like stop moving because I was losing my shit when this thing turned into a ball and just started rolling around the arena. I love that. It's so cool. In general, this thing looks really awesome too. It reminds me a lot of Valstrax in the sense that it is very like very metallic, very alien. It's got like the red glow to it. It's got these like red gems, one in its chest and one in its head, that I think are what allows it to control the mercury, if I'm reading context clues right, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know a whole lot about the biology of this creature aside from cool. When it uses its moves, you'll see like whatever part the move is going to come from, whether it be its tail, its arms, its head, whatever. Mercury starts to pool up around that body part, and then when it uses that body part, it is left bare, and you just see like the base form of the dragon underneath it. And you'll also see when it does like big, massive AoE moves, after those are done for a little bit, it will just be its, base non-Mercury armored form, and it looks so much dumber when it is not encased in Mercury armor. It kind of gives me like a Velkhana energy, where, when you see it outside of its ice armor, it just looks wrong. It looks like scrawny and weak and does not look anywhere near as imposing. Harudo Marugu has that same thing, where when you see this thing outside of its armor, it just looks like a wimp, and you get this like surge of, oh, I can whoop this thing's ass. And then it spikes you to hell and back with Mercury. I'm swearing a lot today. I don't normally swear as much in these videos, but I don't know. Fuck it. Still getting over whatever gripped me yesterday with the sickness, I guess. My brain's not out firing on all cylinders. Last thing to really go over in terms of moveset of this guy is when it is enraged, similar to how Teostra will surround itself with a like, at least in this generation, Teostra will surround itself with like a fire cloud, a fire aura that will deal damage to the hunter over time. Harudu Marugu has a pool of mercury that forms around it when it's enraged that will deal damage over time to any hunters who are in it. I really like this monster. I was excited to hunt this monster. This was one of the ones that I had like seen in like I watched through Rage Gaming's Frontier series a while back when they were first putting that out, and I remember seeing this monster and being like, oh, I want to fight that, I want to hunt that, I want to see that. And so I was looking forward to this one pretty much the entire time I was making progress. I was just like, all right, only a few more quests until I get to fight the Mercury Dragon. And I give a lot more leeway in terms of like the ridiculousness of monsters to Elder Dragons because they're designed to be these like cataclysmic forces of nature. They can be more out there. They can get away with doing more ridiculous stuff. Like, I'm not batting an eye at Safi Jiva doing the nuclear bomb Sapphire the Emperor attack or whatever it's called. But if I saw something like a Yaku doing that, then I'd be a little bit less on board. But so I think that Harud Marugu is not too crazy in terms of like what we've seen Elder Dragons be able to do. We've had walking volcanoes. We have Valstrax, who is a jet engine dragon. We can have a monster that controls and manipulates Mercury, and I think that's, pun intended, metal as hell. And I think that he has a place in Monster Hunter. Do I think he's going to show up in Monster Hunter Wilds? I have no clue. I don't think he's likely based on everything we've seen so far, because he is very out there. He is like... I don't think we're going to see Valstrax again because he is so out there in Wilds, and Wilds seems to be very like focused on very natural creatures. So I would put Harud Marugu lower on the rankings for coming back in Wilds, maybe like a 2 or 3, despite how much I want to see him come back. But I think this is a monster that I would love to see Capcom do well, and I think that they like would have a lot of fun with this monster. So I'm going to say kind of like a 6, right above halfway for returning in a future game. But yeah, let me know what you think about this guy. I have hit the point in G rank in Frontier where the Hulk potions no longer save me from carding, but they do essentially make it so that I can play Monster Hunter like it's any other Monster Hunter game and not get like 1 or 2 shot. I recorded 2 versions of this hunt today. The first one took over 20 minutes. I carded twice, and I spent most of the time not even attacking, just healing and letting my companions deal damage. And that seemed boring to watch. So I used the Hulk potion, and I took less damage, and I still ended up carding. But I really like how they let me, again, play this game like it is a regular Monster Hunter game and not have to worry about completely getting wrecked. So I'm going to continue to do that when I come back to it. I have a couple more monsters I want to show off. I'm planning on something kind of fun for the Christmas Day video, and then I'm going to be taking a bit of a break from posting Frontier videos. Because I want to be able to take my time in progressing up to the Zenith monsters, which are the next ones I'm going to want to show from Frontier. Until then, we'll be back in Rise, and we'll be back in Monster Hunter World for a bit. And I'm also trying to set up a way to record Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, so that I can do some of the monsters that were in there, or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, that we aren't going to see again, or that we haven't seen again in a very long time, that aren't in Generations. But while I'm figuring out the logistics of that, we still got a couple months. We still got like 2 months until Wilds comes out. I got time. Thank you all so much for watching. Please stick around until the end of the hunt if you can. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, I'll see you next time.